U.S. President Donald Trump has issued orders to lay off probationary employees in a move to downsize the federal workforce. This comes as several workers across the U.S. responded with anger and frustration. Federal employees in various parts of the U.S. have been left reeling as layoff notices mentioned that their services are no longer needed. In an executive order, the U.S. President told federal agencies to plan for large-scale downsizing after many employees declined to accept the voluntary buyout. The layoffs come as hundreds of protesters in Boston launched demonstrations against what they called a billionaire takeover of the government. The protest took place at the Boston Common, with demonstrators sloganeering the phrase, "Stop the coup."
We had over 1,000 different people RSVP for this event, and what's motivating so many of us is, again, fighting for working people across this country, fighting for our immigrant brothers and sisters, our queer and trans and indigenous siblings, and making sure that, we are holding Democratic lawmakers accountable for really using every single tool in the toolbox from the federal, local, and state level to fight against this billionaire takeover of the government.
Amidst this, Democrats filed a lawsuit against Tesla CEO Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, from gaining access to the Department of Treasury records. Lawmakers called the move as the largest data breach, while adding that the DOGE team comprised of political appointees and not civil servants.
No one elected Elon Musk and his minions, and no one has allowed him to have access to this information. This is a violation of the separation of powers. The United States Congress, the United States Senate, has the sole discretion in having the power of the purse, and not Elon Musk.
Meanwhile, several members of the LGBTQ+ community gathered in New York to protest against the removal of transgender references from the Stonewall National Monument's web pages. The Stonewall Monument is considered to be the birth of the modern LGBTQ+ rights movement.
We had no place to go. Our families didn't love us. Nobody loved us. This is all we had, was the bars and clubs in the village and around New York City. And now that we have our rights and we have everything, some authoritarian dictator in Washington is going to try to steal our rights away.
The latest comes after U.S. President Trump signed executive orders that repealed the diversity, equity, and inclusion, the DEI, programs in what he called as woke culture on Monday. Now, according to a letter sent by DOGE, education departments in all 50 states have been instructed to remove DEI programs in the next 14 days. DOGE further stated in a tweet on social media platform X that the Department of Education has terminated 70 DEI training grants amounting to $373 million. Following this, a Washington State Attorney General issued a restraining order on Trump's executive decision that halts federal funding for transgender youth under the age of 19 through government-run insurance programs. The U.S. President left for his Palm Beach resort in Florida from Washington. Prior to his departure, Trump said that recruitment numbers for the military are at a record high.
I wanted to let you know that the recruitment numbers are getting to be records, that they're at levels that we haven't seen in many, many years. For the Army, the Navy, Air Force, Marines, the whole thing, the recruitment numbers you're probably hearing, they're at records, so we're really happy about that. Thank you. Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.